Alright, so we're gonna talk about this. Um, I think I should talk about this. How do I handle Hispanic racism as an ADOS and as a long distance Hispanic? When I say long distance, because on Answer.com, not no DNA test. I don't do fool with that. Which I did save money by not doing that. When I had the money to pay for the subscription, I did research. Remember, if I saw my video back in 2016 when I said my English roots and I had my hair look like buckwheat, I did it for attention, for satire. I ain't trying to stereotype myself. Shut up. I hate this. Oh, I forget to put the notification now when I don't do videos. So, I mentioned Real, and and then I found out that it's a Spanish last name. So my grandfather, my third grandmother, who married my third grandfather, like a white man, had a white mama and Creole mulatto dad. Well, her dad, we're talking about my third grandmother, which was my fourth grandfather, was a Real. That's Spanish. So he was black Spanish Creole. So I am part Hispanic. So for years, I would go ahead and admit it. I always knew that I was part Latin, Spanish. That I never wanted to claim that, like, until you have evidence. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not Rachel Dolezal. Okay, I accept her as a partial black woman. Okay, of course she ain't no full blown black woman if she have it in her roots. But if she don't have it in her roots, don't go ahead and claim, right? If it's because without that bloodline is by your parents here, your grandparents. So if the parents are not pure anything, if they don't have pure lineage, okay. Well, society is not God, and the one drop rule is not God. Okay, please, white supremacy is not God. My parents are technically, that's my mother is African American, French, Spanish, Creole, inside the American descent. That's what it really is. And then on my dad's side, according to his heritage and what I read in researching, because I knew more of that growing up because my dad's side family raised me, not my mom. He's African American, French, Creole, and English in the American, especially Choctaw on his mom's side. So I don't go by one drop rule. Okay, they live by that because they grew up and it was indoctrinated to live by that because you couldn't challenge the system back in the days. You went and told a white man you was mixed, you probably got in trouble. But in today's society, it's more relaxed, and the one drop rule in cultural records is no longer a law. Love and marriage. Thank you, God, for love and case. Love and case said in the documentation that one drop rule with the one that legalized interracial marriages is no longer unconstitutional. Okay, so if it's unconstitutional to have the one drop rule, then why we still try to act like it exists? I don't understand that. Both goes black nationalism. The pit bulls are white supremacists. White supremacists support the Black to Africa movement, and Garveyism and Nation Islam, H.L. Hunt. So they don't want us to have freedom because some brothers in those movements and sisters too don't want us to experience personal freedom, individual freedom. They want to put their own expectations and say we hate ourselves when we don't. Okay, when you're your own individual, you don't hate yourself. Okay, but when you emulate what they expect out of you, and yeah, actually the people who emulate what they expect, they don't want to hate themselves. We don't deny their mixed heritage, hate themselves. So we're gonna talk about how as a EDS and partial long distance Hispanic and multiracial, okay, how I deal with Hispanic racism, anti-black Hispanic racism. First of all, I went to an Hispanic school. Okay, first it was only white. Okay, Anglo. Then the 80s. Okay, because I'm born 79, before in the next couple months, and the school, due to the demographics, when more Latinos, Hispanics started moving in our area, in the east side of Harris County, which I'm not from Baytown, but I'm familiar with what happened in Baytown and what type of culture is down there. And I said, it is a culture. So I don't like to go in the east side area. I don't like to go to the east side area. Okay, east side is very racist. It's mixed, but it's very racist. The culture is racist. I noticed the southwest side area is more crime rate in the south, but it's more diverse. You do see more diversity. You see more relaxed. You see more, but in the east side, it's very racially and very ethnocentric. So that's why I talk about race a lot, because that was used. So, and I love freedom. I don't like nothing getting away with my freedom. Get right. I like to have my way. I'm a Leo. okay? And I was spoiled as a child, grandchild. So it became mostly Hispanic 30 years ago. But I mean, 1989, when more white people during the Reagan and Bush, so the Bush days, started to leave the area. And in 1990 to 91, it was mostly Hispanic. Even my dad was shocked. He said in the area, because he saw when he was growing up, it was all mostly white. He never seen so many Mexicans. They say nothing in the racist term, but he was like shocked at how demographic changed. When demographic changed, it started to be more Hispanic, but before we were mostly white. And that's why I mentioned the word porcho and coconut. I didn't know what to call it at the time, but now see, you find something that you went through in life, you find a name to it, and it sticks with you. There were some Hispanics that were anti-black, even though it's in their bloodline, who was ass kissers to white supremacists. But it's funny, we'll hear white supremacists talk shit about them. White people say to me, Mexicans here. I mean, and I always say, you kissing their ass and try to mistreat me and try to front from them, like, you know, I used to say about front for the cop, white cop, you know, when black, you know, but they kiss you, they call you all type of, going back to Mexico and wetback and spick. You know, they didn't use the word speak a lot. I heard it on the media, what they use that word, you know, go back, I wish they were not, you know, why they here, this is America. I heard it growing as a child from white people, okay? And I was always funny, and I will always see it's envious, like when, because you always hear people say, oh, white folks are Mexican, like they're all together, but when African American and white folks were together, there was an envious from some of these coconut porchos. And so, and when I use coconut, I'm talking about the one who's racist. So if the Hispanic one's like this, I ain't talking about you. Your mindset and your heart not like this, it don't involve you, so it doesn't apply, okay? And let me explain why that it was an envious. They look at Eurocentric, and I'm gonna go ahead and say it, Eurocentric phenotype, not looking like an African, even though it's in their bloodline. But they notice that even though we do look more African, not all of us do. We have people that look like them in our community. Okay, the boy, even the boy's daddy is white. The boy's family, but we had people who had actually used two people who have black DNA. Look at Al B. Short and Kim Porter. Kim Porter, son Quincy. Quincy came out lighter than them, and you saw Quincy, you'll think that's a Mexican or Puerto Rican. You know, anxiety looking Quincy Brown looks, okay? So I seen brothers, I seen sisters, yellow bone chicks with long hair, you know, with two so-called black parents, but they still was mixed, okay? Especially Creoles, even non-Creole, people who are not Creole, didn't have folks from Louisiana, just came out looking like that. So that's not no shock. But anyway, they look at that. They look closer to white. They don't look black. They don't look white, but they don't have the Negroid features. Well, some have big lips. Selena has big lips. Okay, had big lips. She don't hear. Wide nose and all that other stuff. But they have none. The extreme black look. Okay, the African look. So they think they're more closer. But when African American descended people and Anglo white people come together, it's an envious, and even I see it with the brothers and the with white women, they have an envy, like how dare, like the OJ trial. I wasn't shocked when even Geraldo Rivera's not Mexican, he's part Jewish and part Puerto Rican. He married to white women. He's talking about before around the OJ trial '94. Geraldo Rivera had a show about black men going white women and had a bunch of sisters act like angel mamas and getting mad about this. Okay. I wish some of our sisters have a head start. Don't worry about something like Tyra Banks' character in the movie Higher Learning, when Omar Epps said, "How dare this black man? They ain't my man." That's the type of Deja. She played Deja in Higher Learning. I like that sister. She's a comfort. She don't worry about that. You know what I'm saying? That sister got a head start by herself. You know, same thing. Sisters going white men. I mean, it's in my bloodline, so it's in her bloodline too. But I mean, long as that sister don't use that white man disrespect me, you know what I'm saying, I ain't worried, okay? Because I got my own issues. Just don't, man, when you see me with blonde Becky, okay, or call like it is. And don't forget, my fuck grandmother was a blonde, well, I know she had blonde hair, but my fuck grandmother on my mom's side was a white woman, okay? On my other side of the family tree, okay? My third grandfather's mother, okay? So don't, and so if it came from my mom, and it came out my mama's side, my mama black, mama ain't pure black, okay? My mama caramel like me. So anyway, my dad's darker than me. Anyway, with some none too much Negro, thin lips like a white man, and nose not too wide, like, you know what I'm saying, with their native features. Okay, call like it is. It's the truth. Okay, we're not no pure Negroids. We mixed. Okay, so they see an envy, and I know it's an envy, and it's called genetic envy. Yes, they have Europeans, but the Europeans from Spain, not Anglo, Generic, Nordic features, Nordic white people. Since we have Anglo roots, whether it was through rape or not, we still related to those white people. So when we get together, it's like this envious, like how dare you do, And I'm sorry, I see it when I was talking to white girls in school. You had some Hispanic, like, why you all mad? They got nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad when you go to white woman, So they see that when they put white on their application or on their certificate when they're on the era level here in Texas, they're like, how dare you cross the line? That type of mess. And it's like, well, genetically, whether you like it or not, we are related. And I'll never forget when my Asian doctor cousin from my foregrandma side came to visit me and was showing me pictures of my white cousins back in April of 2016. And it was at Subway right there by FedEx before they closed it downtown. It was right after the Kendrick Lamar situation. When I talk about him using the N-word. So, okay, and March, I don't forget this. And the Hispanic woman, and I told her, I said, it's my primo. Of course, he's Asian, and he's not genetically my cousin. But she heard the commentary because my voice is a little loud, and he's hearing impaired. So he had the right hand. He'll put his hearing impaired thing on, and also write things down. I have to write, because I'm very talkative, if you can tell. And I'm sure she heard all the info, being nosy. She's more so. Of course, she felt envious. How dare this my yacht? I'm assuming it's married to. Well, it's the true ignorant woman. Okay, we are part. When Kim 123 says the white pro-American, his black cousin, that's true. We are related to the white people. And my Asian cousin said I do have clan type kinfolks. I'm not mad about that because I got ratchet. Those are ratchet white race people in my family. Well, guess what? I got ratchet folks. One's all black DNA who are, some of them are racist. Okay? And they don't like me for having a multiracial identity or very integrated. I don't have this so separatist mindset. Okay? So I'm used to it. Okay? And I don't mind being rejected by it because remember, I like to have my way. Folks don't like the joke. It's my part, and I cry if I want to. Get out my way, okay? I do bad by myself, okay? I'm a very individualistic person. I can care less about some idiot who don't like what I have or like what I do, whatever, okay? So, anyway, yes, I am very individualistic person. I'm not a collective person, so please get used to it, okay? So, like, I don't give a fuck. That's why, okay? Right. So, point is, so what happened is, when I would see this envy when the Democrat, I never forget, they're like, why are they hanging with these white people? Like, they supposed to hang with us mentality. And I'm sorry. But genetically, the truth comes out. We are part white. We do so, and I do see that when I'm with the African, like, I'll go ahead and admit it. I ain't talking about white racist people. I'm talking about white people who are not racist. When I'm with someone who is hanging around with friends, you do have this disconnected of long distance cousin, a long distance relation, this family union you never had in your life. I'll go ahead and admit that. So I know why that it's because they thought the European DNA they have will be hooking. But this is go back a long time ago. A lot of folks not know, if you know history in Europe, Northern Europeans did not like Southern Europeans. They called them the black folks in Europe, especially the Italians and the Spanish, because of Moors invasion and mixing from Africa, and not only Arabic mixing, but sub-Saharan African and Arab Berber mix. Okay, so that's why that they did not like their Nordic or their Aryan DNA being mixed with those people, and they don't even like each other to this day. So even when the Africans in Europe, you're talking African or Caribbean. I don't know about the Caribbean, but I know Africans from Europe talking about how to discriminate against. But African American people go to Europe tell me they had the best time of life. And what it is, they think, like my homegirl told me when she went to France, everybody thought she was an entertainer. Well, and they treated her nice, and they loved, and they had no problems in Europe. What they talking about? Well, Europeans, I'm not defending soccer game, Nazi throwing monkey and banana jokes stuff that's completely wrong. But Europeans know that, not all, but I noticed that when I meet Europeans from Europe, white people from Europe, it's been a few instances I had people say, you're not related to me, asshole folks. But I met those who actually, oh, really? You have this in your family? Oh, cool. Like, they embrace you. And these are white people. I mean, look when 10 years ago, Muhammad Ali went to Europe, went to Ireland. And look how the white people came up in this Ireland. They showed him love. Even though this dude was a Nation of Islam being brainwashed, say he hate white folks and he don't believe in interracial marriage, but then later on he made fun of Joe Frazier, dark skin, called him monkey, because he lied in there. Let's be real now up here, no offense to the Ali family, but they found out that his grandfather, whose great grandfather was a white man, Irish, married a white sister who was free. So that Anti.com commercial is very accurate. She was a free black woman, or either mixed or whatever. I don't know if she was pure or mixed, but she married this white man during slavery. No joke. They don't want to talk about that in history class, okay? But it's true. So it wasn't a massa rape, okay? So, truth of the matter is, no white people came and embraced Muhammad Ali back in 2009, and I'm like, it was no, nigga, go back home, miss. No, these white Irish people came and loved that man. So don't ever have a limited mindset, those with those in the ADS community who want to keep their living because they want to go their own way, and so went through your expectations. But let's get to the subject. So I noticed that within the Hispanic American community, not the immigrant, but those who brainwashed with Mijola Raza and Pachismo and coconut mentality, that there's envy. Like, how dare you be next to that person? You supposed to be next to me. And I'm sorry, when they come to white people, they get this envy. And I don't care, because genetically, I am the non-Hispanic white side of me. That's part of me. You're not going to take that bloodline away from me. So I see that. And they see connection, and they understand that African American people and Anglos in the South have a culture. We, we have the Anglo connection. The so-called Black American is not African. That's why the African Nigerian people, we don't get along, okay? Those who Igbo tribe, because our culture is not African. We have some African elements that's very minor, but our culture, the Coco Black, is based on their perspective of blackness in this United States of America. That's ratchet, okay? So we have a lot of Anglo influence, Anglo-Saxon influence. So that's why that we connect with white people well. There's people say, I would rather work for a white person than a black or Hispanic. I heard people say that because in the African people, they treat, in the also Hispanic would treat. So I heard people say that, but no. I don't want to work with no asshole, period, who's rude. No matter what the color is. I work white bosses who rude, and Hispanic, African, dark and light. Okay, anybody with an ugly soul. I ain't working for your ugly ass. Okay? I don't mind working. I'm not lazy. But no, we gonna have bunkers. I've been through hell and back when people did me wrong in my own family. I ain't trying to have no reminder of that. So I noticed, so when the demographic changed in the 1990s, I remember when the gasoline came in, and you would see Hispanic folks braiding their hair and wearing, the hip hop clothes. Then you had the cholo look too, and I noticed that that's when the multiracial identity come in. But these folks speak like white supremacists. Now, when I would talk to Hispanic immigrants about my multiracial heritage, they were not Americanized, thank God, and a couple times, and they accept me and they even acknowledge me as a multiracial person. It was the Americanized Hispanics who was put as white on classification, thought they were white, ignored their multiracial background, especially the black part. Will mention Native American part when it's convenient, but still act like they were white. Okay, so I'm sorry, online. I don't fool with those, you know, coconuts. I'm sorry. I'm very discerning. That's why I can see people open to anything get hurt because they open to anything. Just like, and it's not just those who white or Hispanic. Even though I'm gonna mention a bias show. A bias show open to anybody with a black DNA. But until that person black DNA means treat them, oh now you're preaching don't trust nobody when they talk about his Mexican American wife. Okay? But no, this is a funny part. I was saying that, and that's why I see why I listen to my institution, my intuition. I don't listen to people. I'm a very hard headed person. I listen to my gut feeling. Thank you, because that's a survival skill. That person don't know what you're going through. They might went through something, but they don't know how. They don't know, because you know what I'm saying. And the way they went through, they might handle it different from you, so they can relate to you. They don't want to be sympathetic to your situation. But I already had people in the African American community, ADS community, mistreat me as a child. So every time I hear about loyalty and come together, I laugh because it's like it's only convenient when it's political. But on the real tip, you're not gonna treat me like him. You're gonna make excuses, you deflect, you're gonna make gaslighting excuses, and you're gonna make excuses to mistreat me. But when I mistreat you, I'm wrong. I'm a sellout. I'm this. I'm all this and that. But no, you were selling out way before this happened. Oh, I gotta act like this. It's my fault. No, that narcissistic. It's my fault. No, it's not my damn fault. You should respect people regardless of what you feel about them. As long as they need them to you, don't do that to them. That's what you should do. Okay. But these people, I can say people feel it's a gaslight, gaslight to mistreat another when saying because the white, as long as the white man ain't doing somebody else outside the community ain't doing that mess. No, I don't want you just like the word nigga. Don't call me nigga. I don't care what you, because, I don't feel less about myself. Folks who call themselves niggas do. I'm sorry. There's no way in hell that someone will use, you see few Hispanics in white call themselves cracker or wetback or spick. And yeah, I'm part Hispanic, Spanish Creole, and I call myself an Afro spick. Okay, it's solitary those who want to use the word nigga and get mad and wants to socially reject me, which I don't give a damn. Then I just said at the beginning of this video, I like to have things the way I want it. Okay, so if you don't like my life, I don't like it. I don't like you near me. If you're not going on with me, I kick you to the curb, baby. It's my way to highway. And when it comes to my own personal life, I'm not trying to live for somebody else and kiss somebody else and boot lick and lick their ass and lick their click and lick their dick to get some love validation. You don't like me, I don't like your ugly ass. Okay, case closed. That's how I am. So anyway, I do my own family that way. So if I do my own family that way, I'm gonna do you that way. Thank you. Hello. So I don't kiss no ass. So and while I was in middle school and high school and dealt with bullies who coconuts, yeah, I go ahead and admit the anger comes out because that in my videos. Because no one, just like I don't just bash us. I had a Spanish dude. Why you use the word coconut pucho? I also said Aunt your mama. I also said Uncle Ruckus. I also said coon. And I also said savage, butt trash, and everything else becomes the ADS. So anybody who did me wrong, I don't have no love. I have a pitchfork tongue, and yes, it's out of hate. I don't love my enemy, no matter what color. Unless God Himself come down and tell me to do so, but I don't live by that. Okay? When I did love my enemy, I got schooled and walked like a doormat, and I don't want nobody doormat me ever again. Okay? So anyway. I learned how to not give a fuck when it came to those who Hispanic. It was activists who accused me of kissing ass. No, I show respect to those who respect me. You're a friend, you're a friend of me, okay? But and I have African people betrayed me just like the Hispanics betrayed me. But it was here we go. Well, I don't give a damn about us having one drop of Black American DNA. You're not going to be able to restrict me. Okay, what your D, what your mammy, pappy did, don't you do this shit to me, okay? And so I'm my own person. I learned to be my own person in a predominantly Hispanic school. And I learned how to speak Spanish. I learned how to clap back. I didn't want to be a victim. Because every time I heard some like the African American person come to me and tell me about what they have, it was a victim mentality. Oh, fuck the Mexicans, fuck this and that. And I'm like, well, then next thing you do the same thing with the Mexicans did to you. You know what I'm saying? You going to do the same thing talking about this. I'm not excusing no shit. No disrespect, period. Period. Like City Girl say, period. Okay? I don't want nobody mistreat me. I don't care. Don't give me no motherfucking excuse. Because if I mistreat you, you don't hear my excuse, so I don't hear your damn excuse. So when it comes to when I was in school, learning Spanish, learning the Tejano music, learning cumbia, learning this and that, I got laughed at. So when I hear about folks in California who's in Chicano rap getting laughed by Africans, I had to deal with that too, okay? I had to deal with that too, but I'm not acting like Cornell saying nobody can buy my music, be my music. I work for anybody. I would like to work with Cap G, okay? Cap G or Leo, y'all trash out Cap G because he don't act no cholo. He act like the stereotypical brother from the ATL. That's how and we both Leo, so we don't give a fuck. Okay, okay, that's our sign. We are kings and queens. If you're females, we do whatever we do. We look like Jim Lowe. She wore that dress all butt naked. Okay, Madonna took her clothes off. Yes, we go that deep. Whitney Houston left her mama for Bobby Brown. We gonna do whatever we want. And I'm not condoning what happened in Cuba. Those Hispanic Cuban and Castro make us Leo's little terrible. You see how he closed down Cuba? That's right. For years and he died. That's how us Leos roll. Okay? We don't give a fuck. We gonna do what we wanna do, and we don't give a fuck about you like it or not. We ain't trying to kiss your ass. We kiss our own royal ass. Okay? I call it like it is. Alright? So anyway, so when I was in school, I had to learn to not be a victim. I had to learn the lingo they do. I had to learn their culture. Okay? Too many times, and I have to agree with some of them. When it comes to Black History Month, we want everybody to know our history, what happened in slavery, but we're not bothered to learn about other cultures. And they will piss me off when I see African people. I get that. No, just like you want us to know about our pain, we gotta learn about their pain. It's for two. It's fair for fair, 50-50. And when I learned about Mexican history outside the classroom, about the black part, that's why I never had this fear complex, because I felt that, okay, yeah, you don't look like me and your hair is different from me. Some of y'all got camera complexion like me, those who are dark, okay, but not all of them do. Okay, you have those who pale and those who but yeah, you have black DNA too, so you no different from me, genetically. I have Native American, European. It's like you have the guys. What you want to negate it, what you want to deny, you want to use numbers. I don't use numbers, bitch, because I know why they use numbers, bitch. So you know different than me. So I ain't gonna make you feel better than me. And then one thing I hear a lot of African American people say, they think they better and actually portray what you just said. That you think they better. They know they not better than me. And one thing, when I was in a job court in El Paso, they were shocked that I wasn't the brother who was the weeping mayate, I'm going to call it like it is, who did not, because that's right, I will talk shit like you talk shit to me. I will say it in Spanish just like you say it in Spanish. So therefore, oh yeah, I play 2 for 2. I didn't have that inferior complex. And then one thing, I know I'm acting evil right now, but I also stay in my room and pray about it. That's why, because y'all let the Hispanics with ADS who get on my damn nerves, who acting saying, you let white folk, Hispanic, everybody else treat you like a doormat and be complacent with it, and spiritually think that's part of God's will, and it's not. Okay, so I knew that and that's why they were shocked that I didn't have that fear complex about Latinos. The next thing you find out on Answer.com in 2016, it take you a while to discuss this, because like how am I gonna tell people? Because all these years you see people no, so I like every time I speak Spanish, no, it's eres puertorriqueño. I get that all the time. You Puerto Rican, eres Dominican. I got that too. Those I know somebody on YouTube talking about how did it call him Dominican? Oh yeah, I get that too. Tu madre es mexicana, excuse me. You know, your mother Mexican, this and that. I get that too. Never get about my camera complexion. I know my hair was relaxed one time and it was unbraided. and I didn't get a chance. So I always wear a hat when my hair is unbraided, or yeah. So anyway, this is why I was so on my head. I don't, okay, so and I didn't want the dry attention to me have relaxing in my hair, so I'll put a cap on. You can't wear a cap on in job corps, but I wear a cap on my head, and sometimes they let us slide to wear do-rags in my head. We're not supposed to wear do-rags, but some of the artists would. So I went to the store, and right there by the what's it on Yarborough, and is it Alameda? Lomerland. I think it's Lomerland, right? No. It's a laundromat right there by the food place, not too far from the library in El Paso. So I went to it's like a dollar. It's not Albertson. It's like one of those little grocery stores, but like it's not popular. And I was speaking Spanish that Sunday morning, and the Mexican woman said, "Is your mother Mexican?" And so that I get that even with kinky hair. Even with my kinky hair. When I was speaking Spanish back in '96, one of the big cholo dudes asked me, "Your mother must be Mexican." For real. So, and you can tell, I get that, and I never forget, and it's a true story, and my grandma can lie if she want to on my dad's side, but I put my hand in the Bible. One of the ladies who will take care of my grandfather, well, actually about 2 years older, 1 year older than me, fine sister, but she's married, so, but anyway, pour that out on her, come kill me. And she was military, and she asked, is that mama Mexican? Like that. And so my grandma broke it down and said, no, he's not a Mexican stand, but I have Indian and this and that, and he's so yeah, he's lighter than yeah, because I'm lighter than my dad. So and that's yeah, so they will say that. And I guess because when I talk, the Latin tongue comes on when I was in El Paso, so that I would get that. So because no one never see my mom until my mom came to my grandfather's funeral. Okay, so point is, so that's why. So understand. So yes, on her lineage, even though she would never probably acknowledge it, she does have Spanish Creole roots. Okay, from Louisiana, last name Real. Because anyone know if you come from Louisiana with a Spanish last name, they only have French. They had Spain. Spain used to be owned by Louisiana. Okay, till the French took over it, especially the Canadians from Canada. So that's why. So anyway, growing up in this most Hispanic area, I learned the language, I learned the music. Sometimes I still stutter because my Spanish is not my first language. Okay, I learned it in high school, but I look at the novelas. I would look at No Telemundo, looked at Univision. I looked at, what I'm saying? So I learned the lingo. I did dress cholo sometimes, okay? Sometimes I dress kicker with a vaquero, with those cowboy boots and stuff, because I was listening to Hano music, trying to become a Hano artist. So that's where I got that from. And it never left me. Even in both the African ADS community, I still speak Spanish. People are like shocked when I speak Spanish, and I don't give. And I get folks who are part Mexican, like they actually do, have a parent. Okay, that's okay, not low down, not multi generational. Well, whatever. What I'm talking about. And they be shocked to be speaking Spanish, like they're scared to speak Spanish. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck, because I value my freedom, and when I see a brother or sister acting in a sin who don't value freedom, they don't want who's a slave. I'm not the slave. I am the freedman. Okay? They think like a slave, a plantation slave. They have to live people's expectations to be who they are. I don't believe like that, and don't never will. Okay? They don't like me, then kiss my ass and move on. But se me culo and vayate. Okay? So that's how I said. Put it in Spanish. So I don't. So when I'm around like that, and people get that fear monger, well, they gonna do this and that. One thing about me, even though I am a sinner, I do pray a lot against those things. So that fear monger, because the funny part, the same fear monger that I can see people say the Mexican or some Puerto Rican, the men, whatever gonna do, they do it. They act ugly and evil to me, so it comes out of a hypocrite's mouth. Because you would never do that to me if you are my brother and sister. Cain, like it says in the Bible, was not a brother to Abel. So don't go there with me with that, okay? You want to act like Cain? I can act like Cain too. Or Can you net? Can you Nisha? If you're female, so I say, I'm going to act, I want to, please I'll make a movie of Can you Nisha, because I want the LaQuisha movies come out, okay? So anyway, just trying to be creative in my tongue. But Canita? Okay, if you expect, okay, I have to go there. Okay, I'll do no. Anyway, so point is, when it comes to the situation, that's why I don't have that fear monger. Um, Anybody can be a criminal, okay? Anybody can be dangerous. Anybody can be evil. I always keep in my head. Just like in Los Angeles, it wasn't a Mexican dude, and that's Eric Holder has some Mexican ancestry. They killed Nipsey Hussle in South California. It was another brother, okay? So I always remind people that stop thinking that someone is African, Hispanic, is, and don't be gullible. Don't just throw yourself to the wolves and say all Hispanic people are nice, cool. No, look at people as individuals, and that's just between me and other people. Everybody loves to group people and stereotype them. I don't do that, man. I look at people as individuals because I had coons and trash mistreat me, and I had coconut trees mistreat me, and I had redneck trash treat me. So it's hard to trust people. That's why I said if I had to be racist, I had to hate the whole planet, be racist towards the whole human race, because I had people mistreat me and do me wrong, and you don't know who, and had my own mama and dad did me. So that's, you get what I'm saying? That's why I don't have no love for them. And I know it's not right, but I let God handle me, not your human trash who wants to see some entertainment, then abusing me. That's called like it is. So anyway, the point is that that's the whole reason why that I don't have that mindset. Those are my survival techniques. See things outside the box. And like I say, when it comes to those who are Mexican American, they might don't look black. But I'm gonna remember, I'll never forget when I was coming from Food Town on the southwest side. I rode the 130, 150 something. I think by Forest, and I forgot that street. It's not Kirkwood. It's what's that street? Guess what? I'm trying. Willcrest. And it was 2 or 3 years ago. So big Latino dude. I guess some stupid brothers, I'm gonna call it, is being thugs, don't pay their fare. So I said, I'll be right back. I'll pay my fare because I never lie because I always pay my fare. He said, he stopped the bus. He'll pay. I said, I'm going to pay my fare. I'm getting my stuff. Got a bunch of groceries. And then when I paid my fare, I said, they had slaves in Mexico. And this dude said, hey, okay, yeah, I had to remind you of, and he had a fat Negroid nose. He might look black, but I did look at them features real deep. Okay? I be looking up and down. Yes, I do. And so, and I know he said everybody gathered, but he felt, yeah, I made you feel guilty because you're not gonna play the poetry game with me, okay? I don't play victim. I've been a victim. I don't want to be a victim, and that's why I don't listen to accuracy people with that victimhood talk. Oh, we gotta cut. No, and then you play, and then you want me to be your victim, okay? No, I'm a victor. I fight back. I fight tooth and nail. I don't play that mess, okay? Because I'm not going to allow myself to be vulnerable to it. It's accuracy people who cry about racism and gets on my damn nerves. You open to being victim. Like I was talking about going to another country doing Trump. You're going to try to discourage me for that. It could argue me against, like, y'all like to be at the plantation. Like, you mind about being on the plantation, but you want to be on the plantation. Me, I don't want to be near a person who mistreats me because if it's my own mama. Anybody having it hard to hurt me, I don't want to be near them. If they go, if a national disaster would take them out of the resistance law for me, but I wouldn't care if they go. As long as I'm safe, that's what I care about. So I don't have that mentality of be victim and come together, be victim shit. I don't play that. So I'll let you know I've been victimized, but I will fight tooth and nail. And to the point of, oh, I can't deal with that. And people call me crazy. That's right. I like to be called crazy. I like to be local. Because you know not to fuck with me ever again when you see me, okay? That's how I am, all right? Hey, I'm that scoffer in Proverbs 9:7. Say today, don't correct a scoffer. You're an insult. Yeah, you end up being cried by trying to correct me, whatever, checking, especially correcting out of partiality, unjust, yelling at me. Trust and believe you're going to be crying. That's how I am, okay? So I guess I was ordained to be a scoffer. That sounds blasphemy thing, but it is the truth. So that's why I don't have that mentality, and I don't have that. Oh, the nation taking over fear mongering, but then you do the same thing they do. That's I noticed that they'll say this shit, and I'm not ignoring it. Well, that's how life. No, that's how your life is, not mine. I ain't gonna, the one thing we all have free will. You allow it. I don't allow it. It ain't gonna allow you. Gonna hooping whatever, and don't try to quote a Bible verse because I know you're talking to a woman. She quoted and twisting the Bible, turned it to tongue. Truth of the matter is, when it comes to Latinos, I don't look at them as something higher than me. And I know it's just the people who say that do. I don't. Everybody is equal. And one thing I know is that people in the black nationalist movement, I mean, advise you, we not equal. And you speak in a victimhood tongue, as in white folks will ever be close to God, as in nothing unstoppable. No, no, no. Justice will be done. It's your mindset, man, thinking. And I don't look at these like for happened in law and boat money. I hope it's not a dude I went to school with because it ain't didn't say it. They won the clues. If I went to school with that motherfucker, if I know a dude that had his name. He don't look black, but he's a little darker as a Mexican, and his Negro features do show. Like he do have some nose that's a little wide and lips not that big, not too big, but I would call his ass out. No, I don't look at that being as something higher than God or higher, close to God. I look at him as a human being. And I would, and he might think that we Hispanic folks don't have white guilt. You will have guilt because you're human, idiot. You're not God. So don't try to act like that because you're Hispanic, you're higher than nobody. No, you're not. And you're talking to a brother that is part Spanish Creole, okay? The conquistadors came in my bloodline too, idiot. And I don't think like a slave on a plantation. So don't. It's the other folks you hang with you that going on with your assumption. I'm not just something when you see me, you will be the ass of the word assumption, okay? Okay. Let everybody know, please. Anybody on my channel, you assume about me, you're ass. That's why I'm unique and very proud of it. But no. That dude does not deserve to be out and should not be working for police department. He is stupid. He's been their whole bunch of coconut trash. Who doesn't understand that just like they've been done to their sister, but regardless, she told her Taser not. If it was a white blonde, wet I say in Spanish woman, you would never do it. Okay, you would never kill her. But you have that I want to kill my yate mentality. I want to be close to the white man. I want to be the coconut shit mess that could happen to you because they use one thing folks don't realize in the police department since they have a diversity thing going on, just like what happened in New York and the Latino African came out and said that they were used as pawns to go harass African people, Hispanic, and LGBT people in New York. And they said straight up, if they had done it to white people in Manhattan, the white folks know who to contact. African people, Hispanic people who choose to be victims of alcoholic is, don't think like a warrior, don't think like a victor. Do not know that if the mayor in your town, the city council, the congressperson is controlled, they're higher up than the police department. You have a problem with a police department, it is your job to contact the mayor, vote that person out, or African people and some Hispanic, even though it's El Paso, don't vote. Okay, I see why El Paso is kind of like shitty because there's some people in that area in El Paso, Texas, who don't vote, who don't want to get involved in politics. That's why shit goes down. So I vote, okay, and the person's not doing a job in the community because they're supposed to serve the community. It's time to vote them asses out. Look what happened in Chicago. Anita Alvarez, the coconut thought down there in Chicago. That's why Kim Fox is over her. The sister, that child to Kim Fox. Please pray for her because I'm scared that what's his name gonna get out of prison, who threatened me a couple of months ago talking about R. Kelly. And also I'm scared that there gonna be more corrupt police who lied on Jason Smith's case. See how the folks came out and voted when Laquan Daniel got killed? Okay. See, folks in Baytown don't vote. I'm sure there's a bunch of Africans even Hispanic who don't vote. And the ones who are voting are those who want to be the white folks who coconuts, okay? And their mentality comes in the department and that controls the city. So understand that dude does not have power. He's kissing up to a white racist man to get power. This, you know what I'm saying, in Mexico, they wouldn't even take care of because you have folks in Mexico who have morals and values who do not like these Mexican Americans. And when they don't like Mexican Americans, and I'm not talking about someone like Selena who had a good integrity about herself. They're talking about trash like Juan de la Cruz. They're talking about Brian Encina. I'm sure you have people in Peru who are very disgusted with someone like George Zimmer. Y'all looking at American lines, Latinos who want to be white Anglo, they will lick the ass of a white supremacist and get spit on by one and don't say shit about it. Okay? In their countries, they're not respected. And I have to agree with Chemistry 123, he's right. In those countries, they're not respected. No, they're not. And I'm going to let you know, speaking of boat month, when I worked for the Census Bureau back in 2000, we was in Greensboro, North Houston, the north side. A Mexican American dude who's darker, okay, who loved white women. That's how the Portuguese. He did not like Mexican people from Mexico. We went to Taquerías Arandas in I-45, okay, in Greens Point. Everyone knows it. And this Hispanic dude was not treated with no respect. His Spanish was not good. You can tell he tried to live like a white racist man because I saw the women he loved, okay, who mostly white. I think one Hispanic, she was very fair skinned. And the Mexican woman from Mexico, she got papers and that because he was saying that to about her, treated me more respect than the Mexican American. Now, I don't condone that, but when I saw his mentality in the car, how he talked shit about Mexican and how he told me about his he accepted the brother-in-law who's African American, but his sister was mistreated by his parents, because this is what happened, y'all. I hope I have enough battery to put on this. What happened was back in the 60s or 70s, his sister was in love with this African man, and the family, his parents was against her, and his parents, both mom and dad, and they bumped heads. But they got married later on. Both of their spouses end up dying. The African-American wife of the brother and the Hispanic man of the Latino sister. And they don't got together and they had a black skin child. And they both was into the Catholic faith. And the little boy who's a black skin wanted to be a priest. And they're like scared, well, I ain't gonna have no more children. You know what I'm saying? If this man becomes a priest. And so the man told me, and I said, yeah, it makes me sick. I got offended because I saw the mentality of his parents. And not only treated African people, he treated us with respect, but I can see he kind of died out. He probably was a Portugal coconut one period of time, and I would be shocked he was like his dad, mom. But he also treated his Mexican counterparts from Mexico like shit. Like, oh, wet back music. That's what he would say. He would say, when Norteño music come up, wet back music, and I'm not lying. I'm like, woo, in the car. He said, I can't stand them people. And that's what I'm trying to tell African people. Stop thinking that all Mexican Americans, all Mexicans are the same, or all Latinos the same. Because this goes on within their community. And Mexicans from Mexico, I notice when I speak Spanish, I'm more respected. Not all the time. I'm talking about this majority. But Latino from here, all they shitted on, all they treat like shit, they laugh at. And I'm not saying that's okay because I don't condone that. But when you, as an asshole racist, you want to treat me like that, you get treated like, yo, that's why I have a problem. And I met those who are Hispanic, for real. When I be speaking Spanish, the older people like that. And that's why I have no issue. Yeah, I had issue with both old and young, and I had to defend myself. But I had those who are older, who are more respectful, who treat me. I never forget a Mexican woman from Mexico. You tell she's not from the United States, and she said, and I said, we're talking about, and I said, yeah, yo soy mixto, yo soy mixto. And she said, I know you're mixed. You're not that far from my color. You're not real black. And she said it straight up. She said, and it was back in 2000 when there was folks hating on Mexican people back when the Bush came in. Yes, you had folks. It's weird how in each 10 years ago, you had folks hate on Mexican people, Hispanic people, during the Bush prior to Obama. Now in Trump America, you have folks hate on African, and it's weird how folks do that. But this is the issue. A lot of folks don't understand that the Puerto coconut trash is the reason why Hispanics get shit on by other groups. And it's not just other groups outside the Hispanic community. You have Hispanic people who are not Mexican will tell you, I am not Mexican. Do not put me with them people. Because and you have folks like in New York, when in New Jersey, when an African person being a stupid ass had killed a Latino Honduran, or I think it was from, and they thought they were Mexican because of the stuff that's going on in California. Okay? And that's why you see Hispanics from other countries showing their flag, the Dominican flag, the Salvadorian flag, the Puerto. Oh, don't you dare call me Mexican. I ain't like them people. You know what I'm saying? And because of the bad reputation of Mexican Americans, not all, but those who bought into the white supremacists, they had made the Hispanic community look terrible. Because I remember on Mi Gente, you had folks who were Mexican American, others, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Salvadorians, Cubans, Hondurans, Panamanians, Guatemalans, whatever, say, I don't like those Mexicans. Don't call me them people. I'm tired everywhere I go. Y'all call me these people. And the reason why, because of the reputation of Mexican Americans in Texas and California, not all, I'm saying those who bought into this wannabe white mentality, has made Hispanic people look terrible. I'm not gonna lie about that. I'm not gonna lie about that. Just like the Pookie and Ray Rays and the LaQuisha Jones and the Hood Rats and Thugs made Akron City look terrible. It's no joke. No one's perfect, but God dog, they tried to make it monopolize that everybody's like that. So it's the truth. I'm not saying every Mexican American like that. Don't get it wrong. But just like this Akron City trash, ghetto trash that I cannot fucking stand, that I talk shit on my. Y'all know, and they think that I supposed to go along with they fucking because they collect the bullshit. I talk shit about the I'm a shit talker when it comes to when the shit need to be shit out, okay? Complicated. Alright? So just like African said, men that when yes, I sometimes agree with some of these sisters on YouTube who talk about them thug ghetto trash, cause thug ghetto trash hate me too. They you must be gay. Well, fuck you too, bitch. I ain't trying to be in your same level. I ain't on your level. Well, because a white man said the white man ain't God. Can you please stop quoting what a white man had said back in 18 something? I don't give a fuck. I'm my own person. Well, I do the same thing though when it comes to Hispanic. When you do something shit, I'm gonna talk shit about you. I'm going to talk about a certain demographic of people, not based on their ethnicity, based on their character, but you try to use their ethnicity as a stereotype to try to make it. So that's why. So that's the reason why. But with African people who don't do research, and I'm going to bash, well, here we go. They ain't going back and forth with this shit. Anyway, point is, African people who come on my channel, you can tell, don't do research, don't look at people's individuals, very ignorant, just like the coconut trash. That's why I don't have no love for it. Okay? So I'm calling is that that's how I survive. I look at people as individuals. I don't go along with this old group thinking and moralistic bullshit. And I let people know I'm very vivid and I'm very introvert about it. And I have no shame in it. That I am not like everybody else and got no shit about it. Okay? And it's not that I think I'm better than nobody. It's actually the people who go along with these stereotypes think they're better than me. And they get prizes for, like, massive pets get prizes in my other video for being what they expected. But that's okay. I am looking for their trashy validation. I get my own validation, and I believe in my heart I will. So I ain't worry about it. So anyway, that's all I said. But no, when African Hispanic person talks to me crazy, I go back and forth with them. I don't give a fuck because I know how they feel complex. There are times if anybody, whether African, Hispanic, white, whatever, did something wrong to me and I was about to retaliate and I didn't want to put myself in jail because they did not know what's in my brain, what I want to do to them motherfucker ass, okay? Alright? So I had to hold my breath and do it peacefully, but I went behind closed doors and did some other stuff to get them in trouble, though. Yes, I did. So don't fucking play with me. Yes, I did snitch. I did get them in trouble. So don't fucking play with me. I'm not the one. Alright? So, with the wrong one, baby. With the wrong one, baby. Like, yeah, but you picked the wrong one. Yes, you picked the wrong one. Come to me. Anyway, that's all I gotta say. It's too much on my channel. I gotta let this video go up. Please buy, subscribe, whatever. But that's how I survive. And as a ADS part Latino, because it's Spanish Creole, my roots. Y'all, I don't give a fuck. Folks don't see me as a Spanish, me as mixed or whatever. Those who don't respect me for who I really am, I don't fuck with your ass. I'm not your cookie cutter image. I'm not your cookie cutter bitch like my homegirl Soda Pop, who's an intelligent Mexican American. I love Soda Pop. She not like these folks here that I'm bashing. I'm not your cookie cutter bitch. I'm not your puto. I'm not everything. I'm my own individual, and take it and leave it, and we got my motherfucking way. That's how I do things. Hello, bye bye. Have a nice hola, adios, bye bye.